In this presentation, we will discuss closing the polling place. Any voter in line at 8 p.m. must be allowed to vote. You should send the greeter judge or another judge out to locate the last voter in line at 8 p.m. Hand them the last voter in line card. It's pink. Have the voter sign the card or station an election judge at the end of the line. If you are scheduled to work the close of polls, all tasks must be complete before leaving, unless otherwise instructed by your head judge. Every election judge folder has instructions on returning the items used throughout the day. Follow the instructions, please, on the label on the front of the folder to properly return them to the right spots. After the last voter has moved through the precinct, the head judge should remove the following items from the blue box: the canvas bag, as well as the 3 plastic bags listed here on the screen. You can locate the close of polls checklist in the head judge folder. The head judge will then assign tasks to election judges to get the polls closed down. Before proceeding to any other closing duties, you'll want to make sure that all ballots have been counted through the tabulator. Please check the auxiliary compartment of the black ballot box. Check all voting booths for abandoned ballots and check the inside of the automark. The head judge may assign you to count signatures. Roster judges and EDR judges should be sure to count their signatures, and the greeter judge should make sure that the curbside voters are properly noted on the roster. You may be assigned to count voted ballots. To do this, remove voted ballots from the black ballot box. Ensure that all of the ballots have been removed by carefully checking the entire box. Count the voted ballots. To do this, you may want to put them in stacks of 25. Then, record the final count on the statistics worksheet. The total number of ballots tabulated should equal the total number of signatures. The total signatures include the sum of the roster signatures, the EDR signatures, and any curbside voters. If the totals do not equal, your incident log should indicate why. If you can't figure out why this is, please give Washington County Elections a call. Once your numbers have balanced, that's the total number of ballots equals the total number of signatures, you can shut down the equipment. Locate the DS200 manual inside the DS200 folder. Follow the instructions to close the polls, modem, and then shut down the machine. To close down the automark, follow the instructions in the automark folder to turn off and pack up the automark. Remember, this machine is heavy, so use 2 people to pack it up. The election judge responsible for closing down the DS200 will need to be sure to print results tapes for each gold envelope inside the head judge folder. Instructions on how to print additional results tapes can be found in the DS200 manual. If you have any issues, call Washington County. Once the machines have been turned off, remove any seals and memory cards from the DS200 and the automark. You'll verify the seal numbers on the precinct certification form next, and ensure that the judges sign the bottom of the form. As soon as you are balanced, complete the statistics form. The head judge can find this in their folder, along with instructions on completing this form. Election judges should then sign the statistics form. After the form has been filled out, you can use the information on that form to complete the results tape. You'll write the seal numbers of the DS200 on all tapes and be sure that every election judge working at 8 p.m. signs every results tape. Once the tapes have been signed and any information from the statistics form has been transferred to the results tape, please insert the results tape into the envelopes. There should be 1 results tape for each envelope in the head judge folder. Seal the summary tape envelopes. A minimum of 4 election judges must sign the sealed envelope. Your municipal results envelope should be returned to your municipal clerk. The cities of Forest Lake, Grant, Landfall, Pine Springs, Oakdale, and Woodbury should return this envelope in your canvas bag to Washington County. If the duplicate ballot envelope or spoiled and defective ballot envelopes have been used, have a minimum of 4 election judges sign the attached seal. Then affix the sign label to the envelope to seal it closed. Return the sealed envelope in the canvas bag. If either of the envelopes are not used, return them to the Ballot and Demonstration Judge folder. Before putting your ballots into transfer cases, you'll need to count the write-ins on the voted ballots. This is for general elections only. You need to check each ballot for write-ins. This includes any write-ins where the oval was not filled in. In the head judge folder, you will receive a declared write-ins list for the offices of federal, state, county, and judicial. You only need to count the names included on this declared write-ins list. All write-ins for the offices of municipal or school district should be counted. Write-in forms and tally worksheets are located in the head judge folder. In the head judge folder are transfer case identifiers and seals. Please use these labels only. The transfer case identifier is placed on the end cap of the transfer case. The label should include your precinct name, the date of the election, the total number of ballots in the transfer case, and the total number of boxes used. Instructions for placement are printed on the label. Next, you'll place the transfer case seals over any openings of the transfer case. The seal should include a minimum of 4 election judge signatures. Instructions for placement are also on these labels. Ballots that have not been voted on should be returned to your municipal clerk in their original boxes. Please do not put them in the transfer cases. If you are located in the cities of Oakdale, Woodbury, Forest Lake, Grant, Landfall, or Pine Springs, please return your unvoted ballots in their original boxes to Washington County. Inside your canvas bag, you'll return your memory cards and seals from the DS200 and AutoMark. You'll also return summary tape envelopes, the ballot tally sheets, statistics worksheet, and any write-in count sheets, even if there were no write-ins. Please be sure to leave your polling location as tidy as you found it. Return or clean up any food and drink items, tables and chairs, and the flag as directed by the facility you are working in. Your head and co-judge can help you with these tasks. Next, take down the Secretary of State signs. Be sure to remove all tape and place the signs in the marked plastic bag. If you have a sign board, please fold it up and return it to Washington County. Office supplies such as pens, paper clips, binders, tape, calculators, markers should all be returned in the city supply boxes. Forest Lake, Grant, Landfall, Pine Springs, Oakdale, and Woodbury should return their city supply boxes to Washington County. All other municipalities will return any office supplies to their municipal clerk. For faster check-in at Washington County on the night of the election, please place the items in the blue box as followed. At the bottom of the box should be your surge protector. Then any election judge plastic bags, along with folders and their unused supplies. The Secretary of State signs can come next. Used voter receipts plastic bag can come after that. The close of polls greeter list and precinct finders should be next. The close of polls roster and EDR plastic bag. And on top, put your head judge folder. Please do not include any extension cords, 3-ring binders, or secrecy covers inside the blue box. Voting booths and ballot boxes are never returned to Washington County. They should be folded up and stacked, ready for pickup. When taking down voting booths, be sure to put the legs that were attached to the voting booth inside their cases. Forest Lake, Grant, Landfall, Pine Springs, Oakdale, and Woodbury should return any empty transfer cases to Washington County. All other municipalities will need to check with their municipal clerks regarding what to do with these items. Secrecy covers are never returned to Washington County and should be returned to the same location where you found them in the morning. Here are some special instructions for judges in Forest Lake, Grant, Landfall, Pine Springs, Oakdale, and Woodbury. Please return the following items to Washington County in addition to everything that's been mentioned thus far. Return your timesheets, empty transfer cases, non-voted ballots in the boxes they came in, the city supply boxes, but do not put them inside the county blue box, please. Please leave the following items in the polling location where you found them on election morning. Leave the automark, the ballot box, voting booths that have been taken down and stacked, any A-frame vote here signs, secrecy covers, as well as the flag. Once all of these tasks have been completed, your head and possibly co-judge will return your materials to Washington County. Thank you very much for your service. We look forward to working with you on Election Day.